Hello there. I got this card. This is the first one. I asked the cards what was the message that I need to start with as a theme to guide, going into the unknown, but asking or calling upon guidance. And this was the one that came up. So, thank you for being with me in this moment in time. I'm Magic Hands Downs, and I am online talking about things that interest me. Right? Like, I'm communicating from my heart. Like, that's my stuff. My dogs are barking. Um, they're wanting to communicate. Hello? I had to do a little clip. I had to stop and see. I heard my husband's not supposed to be home until like 9, and as I'm recording this, the time is 7:52, and I hear a dude's voice, and it's my neighbor. He's come. I don't know why he's coming over, but he had to get something. Um, Give me a minute. I have to move my I have a little cat door, and I gotta move this little hole. Be back. I am a cat. Well, good day to you. Any day that you're clicking on this video is a very good day because you're existing, and I'm happy that you are a human and you chose to click on this video. So thank you. And my last thing I say, I talk about things that interest me, and I'll just say for a very long time, the one thing that honestly super duper interests me is the topic of God. And that might seem like a big concept. It literally is. But when I think about what brings me the most joy are its conversations, its communications about spirit, the great spirit. What moves us? What is the energy that we get to facilitate a stronger communication with in this lifetime, in our lifetimes as human beings? And I also do TikToks, Magic Hands Downs, or that I think at Intuitive Transformations. I started that TikTok back in October. Um, Basically, I started it with like a thought of, well, I've done every other platform, and TikTok is the most terrifying one because it's a lot of people. It seems like a lot of energy quite fast. And as a slower moving person, I wasn't able to, I didn't even think I would fit in. I'll say that. I really didn't think I would fit in the TikTok realm for many reasons. Um, One being to like self-limiting beliefs of there's just a bunch of people that it's kind of like high school, but high school or even middle school. But when I think back about my time in those spaces, I I put on a mask one, but I felt as though like even though I didn't even accept myself yet, there were people there that still accepted me, and they may have not been the most popular, which was the time I cared about like popularity for some reason, or people liking me. Um, but it's just certain things that people have said in that time period, and that when the community that is on TikTok, it's the expression of this. That's what I have experienced on TikTok. So when you embrace your fears and be like, hey, I'm just gonna start doing stuff. I don't know. I've been afraid for so long of even starting creating content. I I kept myself back from creating content and that I didn't share. I didn't share it because I didn't even want to hear my own voice. I didn't want to hear my own voice because I wasn't taking my advice at the time. But I'm finally getting over myself, and it's probably is a permission slip that happened. A big shift that happened last year was November 19th was when Saturn moved out of Pluto into Uranus. So that shift, it's like you have like those energies of those cosmic waves, the gravity of those cosmic energies and those beings influence us. And I still had reservations around about even being influenced by the cosmos, because if I'm walking as a sovereign creator being, being influenced by things outside of my perceived power made me feel small and made me feel weak. But it felt like there was too much gravity on that thought process. And since November, it seems as though I have gotten a lot. What's the word for I'm trying to find? It's not pressure, it's ease. Ease and giving myself grace because I dipped my toe in something that I was afraid of. So if I keep dipping my toe in those ripples, and I have a perfect sentence for this. I'm gonna get my notebook. Okay. So I started this notebook I think in 2020 or 2021. 2021. And I started it first with like productivity stuff. If you know Skillshare, there's like that dude. He's a YouTuber too, but I was really getting into that. And then I'm like, dude, that's way too advanced. All this stuff. It's like I gotta get out of bed. How do I get out of bed? And it's taking these little steps. So I'm gonna find. Ba-da-da-da-da. I'll just write, to fill the time we all allocate to it. I don't know. All right, start making. Give me a second. I gotta find through it. It's a quote. It's a quote. I didn't write this, or maybe I did. But so, a drop of rain maketh a hole in the stone, not by violence, by the act of falling. By the oof of falling. Hugh Latimer. You shine. Love this moment. It's forever. Seeds need to be. That's my husband's name. See, I just wrote like things that day of this. So when I saw seeds need to be planted in the soil, that literally at the time it literally just meant I need to put some seeds in the soil. And that first crop that we had, I put too many seeds in too many little small spots. Like it would be like a cluster of beans. We had beans, and then I put a whole bunch of arugula in, and then bok choy and tomatoes. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in a compact area because I needed to put the seeds in and they needed to go in, and I didn't take the time to understand that one seed is going to produce so much fruit. So I put so many seeds. It's like so many seeds, but I didn't understand that when you plant a seed, it literally just it's creating a plant, and you will have more seeds from that. So it was an overabundance of things, and it just something we weren't able to get to all of it. Critters got to the stuff, and I felt like I failed because I tried so hard. I did my best. I did my quote unquote best at the time. It was my best. It was my best. I actually felt capable. I hadn't gone outside before. I had never planted anything. I used to tell myself I can't grow things. I can't keep things alive. I can't keep things alive. But look. Oh, it's all tangled because it's so grown. Ooh. I brought this one back to life. So my husband and I had a really tumultuous year last year, and it was a point in time, just to share like something, I thought about not living together or being separated, and this was one of the plants that I was like, I'm going to take my plants, and so I gave this to my neighbor, and she didn't take it inside, and it was so hot, and it was so stressed out, and by the time that I got to it, it was suffering, it was going through a lot. But since I have killed this, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to kill you, dear plant. But there was the one we had, the same one. My husband gave me the same kind of plant years ago, and I killed it because I was doing too much, doing the wrong things, not nurturing it like it needed to be nurtured. But it was until I failed, my perceived failures, that I was able to see the the blessing or the gift in that those failures, because now I know seed planting takes into intention. You have to make the intention of how much water you're going to grow it, emotion, how much are you investing into this one seed or multiple seeds or crop? How much do you want to invest in yourself? Even though you're not dead yet, because you're alive. You're here on this video with me. You're not dead yet. So, and if you're watching this, then you find value in knowing that you have room to grow and you are seeking growth. One must know that growth is a process. It takes time. It takes pruning. It takes fertilization. It means you gotta deal with some shit. You gotta deal with the shit, but the shit is going to produce some good fruit. Oh my God. I just love things. I love how everything is. So I really don't know what this video, I guess I do. I'm just going to be talking to you. There was something else I wanted to say though. My husband, I've been wanting him to, like he has said that he is open to me seeking my path because he's seen my growth. Like he's literally been like, you have changed and I'm proud of you, which I'm like, yeah, it's been a while, but I'm worth it. I'm worth me being good with me. I'm worth investing in my spiritual path because that is literally the only thing that I really think have value is to know that you are here for a reason and you got to choose this specific timeline or this specific body. You chose every single event, or not even chose, but you got to experience it and you had a reaction, which means you chose a path. And I know where my path has led me in the past, but if I change my own thought processes and to know what I am capable of, if I believed in a new path, where could that get me? Where can it get the people around me? And how can I be of service to people? That's been on my mind since I was a child, is how can I be the best service to everybody? And I used to think it was a way, I used to think, and it's the people pleasing, or I would have to give to others before giving to myself. I believed that I was doing so much good because I cared the most about everyone. But that doesn't mean I'm caring about myself. What do I need from myself? What I need to do is to talk to myself. That means I need to write my thoughts down, because those now moments, those thoughts that you have like right now, if you think it's profound, you may be like, I had this thought like 2 months from now, but you're not going to know the exact thought. That's the imprint. The imprint. I am printing this. I am printing. I am receiving. So to say that, so the seed needs soil. Your intention is the seed. God is the soil. Your relationship with God, or the energy, is going to nourish that seed. It's going to give it light. It's going to give it everything that it needs to be able to produce the most amazing product, which is you. Because you intended it to be that. I'm on a journey to, like I said, be at ease with myself. That means I got to share parts of myself for some reason. I don't know what your journey is. It's your unique journey is yours. If you are starting on it, if you are in the middle of it, if everyone's going to be in the middle of it unless you're dead or you're a baby or in your beginning. But if you are on the journey of life as a human or an energy that is getting to experience this reality, then the faith that you are here for a reason, that's your fertilizer. The faith that you can believe in your future because it hasn't happened yet, that's profound. I don't know. I think that's the thing about the unknown, is to just know. Like, if you set the intention, and you're like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I set the intention. I planted the seed. And what seeds or what plants do you need to take out? Like, people say, like, some have like weed thoughts, like, or what's the word? I feel like there's not really a word, but non-wanted plants around your other plants because they can choke it or just like suck. They can take more. And I don't even want to call them parasitic plants because they're not. They have a purpose. Like, what is it called? Something glory or clovers, those little hearts, the ones that have the little hearts, or dandelions. They're perceived weeds just because we don't know the truth, like, or we are ignorant, and some people choose to kill that gift. But that weed, instead of just taking it out and seeing for like, and just be like, oh, I don't need you, what can that thing give you? What can that weed or what can that unwanted or unwanted event, like something, if you set the intention that everything's good, like if you set the intention of everything's working out for me in my highest good, I am on my highest timeline, then that means you are going to get those weeds and you're going to get some shit thrown at you in your way. You're going to get some trash, you're going to get some litter, and it's all you. The moments that you're able to react differently from your past self, that's going to allow you to keep going into the different timeline that you most desire, or you see that you most desire, or you think you most desire. But what I most desire really is to really know myself and to know what I'm capable of. And if I'm capable of being nice to myself and telling myself that I love me, I have won, and I might cry right now. That I'm beautiful because I am able to accept myself in all the shapes that I can be, all the sizes, all the variations that I can be. Even if I don't think it's perfect, I'm still able to say to myself, I love you. I think you're beautiful, and you are doing exactly what you need to do. Yeah. I'm thinking about right now how I'm like, oh, you're beautiful, Kanya. How can you say ha 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 ha? And then you want to make an ugly face, but I don't. It's something I still got to deal. That's the body thing. Oh my god, that's the body thing that she was talking about. It's being worthy of your own admiration. That's it. No one has to tell you that you're doing great. It's great if they do, but it's even better if you tell yourself that you are doing the great and you're doing the best thing that you can do because you intend to. Alrighty, this might be the end of the video, or you know what? Let's then, since I started it with the communication card, let's go back to the numerology. Alrighty, what's a message that we need to know? I'm gonna ask the cards what needs to come through. A message, top card. You really can't. You can't make it up because it's the unknown. Like, I just wanted to. I'm so happy right now. Thank you, Spirit, and thank you for being here on the video with me. I truly hope that together on this journey in the numbers, that the number of people that will start doing their own ripples and their own little droplets and setting their own seeds and then learning how to prune and not to put all seeds in one basket. But you gotta spread it out. You gotta give it you have to put your emotion to it. But if more people, if this is the heart evolution, if you're not aware, I'm just gonna say, like a side note, if you're not aware of Brian Scott and the Reality Revolution podcast or channel, please go check him out. Brian Scott, I come back and forth to his material. I go back and forth on a lot of material, but a lot of the stuff that he's been doing and saying, ooh, please don't go away. A lot of stuff that, anywho, if you go check him out, you'll see why I'm asking you to go do that, basically. Okay, well, you wonderful human. You wonderful human that's made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate you. I think, I know, I have faith that God's going to get us where we got to go, okay? It's going to be a happy ending. And you just got to talk it out. Talk it out. Speak it out. Communicate from your heart. And know that it is true. Because it's all you, baby. God is good. God is great. And if you don't like the word God, get rid of it. It's an attachment to a word. Mm-hmm. If you like the Great Spirit, I used to have these hang-ups. That's what I'm telling you. Like I used to be like, I don't like the way the word God feels. It feels like Christian. Ugh. But if you want to say Great Spirit, all that is, all that will ever be, that's you giving your permission to just call upon it. That energy. You're calling upon that string. You're pulling that string. So it's unique to you because we're all on our own singular path. But sometimes those paths cross. So thank you for coming across mine. I think you're a fantastic, magical energy being having an human experience with me. And thanks for sticking around for something that I think was interesting. Okay, I'll see you in the future now. Bye-bye.